Next, I'm joined by Katherine Imundi. She is a wedding officiant and the owner of Getting Married in Florida. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you, David.
So tell me, this whole crisis has been awful for people planning their big day. What's happened to all the weddings that were supposed to be happening right now?
Unfortunately, they're being postponed. Some are canceling, and it's heartbreaking for these couples. You know yourself, it takes a lot of planning to make the weddings come together, and a lot of the vendors within that wedding is obviously the elements. And some of these people now have just not got anybody that they can contact because we're all in the same boat. We don't know what's going to happen and when everything's going to reopen.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, Catherine, of course, you were my wedding officiant, but we talked about this on the phone the other day, which is this is going to create a backlog for
Oh,
weddings
yeah.
because really the demand to get married doesn't go away, does it?
No, it doesn't. And that's the joyful thing about being, in the wedding industry. At the moment, you see, because a lot of the weddings that were going to be happening in April, May, and even slightly into June now, are now going to be moved into the latter ends of this year, and if not into the beginning of 2021. So there's going to be a lot of the busy times where we would have been booking for the weddings later in the year. These are going to get booked up quick because of all
Yeah.
this postponing.
And what are you doing as a business owner? Because it's not easy, because you're one of those businesses that you can't do things remotely. People don't want to get married remotely. They want their friends there. They want the big day. This isn't fit well into, a pandemic, does
No, not really.
it?
And and me personally, I'm obviously you can see I'm working from home right now, and a lot of the times, the brides and the couples and the grooms, they're welcome to contact me, and I do have a lot of FaceTime virtual video chats with them. And at the moment, I'm also offering for people who have already got married renewal of vows, and that's a virtual streaming. Yes, it's not going to be with all their family, but they can actually, have their family join into that virtual streaming for the renewal of vows, and it's something to look forward to. Again, with weddings, that's going to be something slightly different because that's something we have to do by law.
Let's say your wedding was coming up next month. What's your advice if you had a wedding that was already on the calendar, the invites have gone out, the venue has been reserved? At this point, it's not going to happen. What's your advice to those people?
Then I would ask them to contact all their vendors, myself included, if they're, obviously my bride or grooms. And then we can look at postponing it because it's not going to happen in May. We know that's not going to happen. You're going to have to see whether there's, other dates within the venues, and then you're going to have to contact all your vendors, your photographer, your videographer, all these people need to be told if this is going to be postponed, and we can postpone it. It's not a problem. I mean, personally, I normally have a non-refundable deposit when people book me, but at the moment, I'm just not. That's not gone out the window, because if they do have to cancel, that's fine. I'm going to give them their deposit back. But if they're postponing, then all we're doing is just moving to another date.
Yeah, but what's interesting is, and people who get married know this, venues are taken and reserved years in advance.
I know.
And, photographers and musicians and all these people, and everyone wants to get married over a weekend, right? So a lot of weekends are booked a year in advance. So what do you do if you're that person that your special date was coming and now suddenly, oops, it can't happen?
From being extremely heartbroken, David, it's very, very difficult. They may have to look at another venue. It might not be the venue that they initially wanted, or if they wanted that particular venue, then unfortunately, by being postponing it, whether they postpone it until next year or the year after, it's entirely up to them whether they want that particular venue.
Well, I saw a couple that did something really interesting that I wanted to share with you and our viewers, Catherine, is that they had a 6-person ceremony during the pandemic and said, we're waiting for the big day till things get normal. Do you think that's a good idea?
It is. It's a great idea. The trouble is, because of the social distancing and the stay-at-home laws, we can't do even 2 people now. So I can't
Oh my goodness.
even go out and do a wedding because the social distance is 6 foot or 6 feet. And of course, the couples are in front of me. You know, when I exchange the rings, the couples are right in front of me. So this is something that now is out of our hands. We can't do weddings.
Wow. Well, you know, hopefully,
it's such a shame.
Hopefully this will pass. It's
Yeah,
such a shame.
it really is. But, you know, on a positive note, we know that this is not going to be forever. It is going to happen, that we're going to be back into it in full swing, and it's going to be jolly, jolly busy through the latter ends of this year, you know. So my I guess, message to all the brides out there, because I'm part of the Dis Brides, the official Dis Brides group, and I see a lot of the feed coming in from people, you know, and although they're very, very heartbroken, they are also in a different way looking forward now to their next postponed date. They don't want family and friends to be, you know, in the position where they can't come because of underlying health problems, or, you know, they don't want to travel, or they can't travel because of all the airports being locked down. You know, I've got a couple from the UK. Their wedding was in May, and, you know, Rebecca has now, you know, I was looking at her information today, actually, and I was only talking to Rebecca and Matthew yesterday, because they're from Leeds. They were due to get married in the wedding pavilion on May 20th.
The Disney wedding pavilion, correct?
Right. And now yesterday they had a cancellation email through from their travel company to say it's cancelled. That's it, you can't go. So of course she was in floods of tears and very heartbroken. Another one of my couples, Melanie Kazda and Hayden Dupel from Indiana, they were due to get married in Epcot on May the 15th. Now, May 2021, they've postponed. Miranda Kranz and Christopher Carter, Michigan, due to marry in Disney's wedding pavilion, May 20th, now postponed till the 20th of 2021. So you can see there's a lot of postponing for, you know, these brides. And there's so much that has gone into it, from, you know, florals to locations to vendors, and everybody has to now move up. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, we appreciate all of your input during these hard times, and our hearts go out to the brides and grooms out there who have to reschedule their big day. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you, David. It was lovely. Lovely to be here.